Hello and welcome you all in the course of probability and statistics. Today we should learn about variance and standard deviation. Now is a particular case of measure of central tendency. So the first one, variance, standard deviation is a measure of dispersion of the value of the random variable about the mean mu. So mean is nothing, it's just an average, is also known as the expected value, mathematical expectation. So suppose if we have to see in this figure, now this middle line represents the average value, that is the expected value. Now is denoted by mu, is also known as say E of x. If the value tend to be concentrated near the mean, in another words we have to say that say variance is small. So now this graph shows that the variance is small, so it is known as the small variance. And now if the variance is large, so just like this below curve, so in that case we have to say that there is a large variance. The situation is so in the graph small variance as well as large variance. Now, but remember one thing here, this first graph and the second curve, now both represent two continuous distribution having the same mean mu, that is having same expected value mu. Say if capital X is a discrete random variable taking the value, say it takes some finite value x1, x2, x3 and so on xn, having probability function f of x. So in that case variance is defined. Variance, just we have to see in this graph, variance is nothing, it's just deviation from the mean. That is how the variance is deviate, how far is go from mean is known as the variance. So that's why this term represents x minus mu, that is it deviates from its expected value. So x minus mu square, and we have to apply the expectation. So variance of x is nothing but is e of x minus mu square. So this red highlighted equation is nothing but is just a definition of the variance. Now here we have to consider it takes some finite value. So we have to write down the summation j running from 1 to n xj minus mu square into f of xj. Now this second term is nothing but is coming from the definition of expectation, because we know that the definition of u of x is nothing but summation x into f of x. But instead of x we have to write down this whole value of small bracket. So these are nothing, just is the definition of this expectation. Simply is also rewritten as sum of x minus mu whole square into f of x. Now the variance is also denoted by say sigma x square or simply sigma square. We have to say let the suffix x. So variance is either written by in this manner variance of x, is written as sigma x square, simply sigma square, when capital X is a discrete random variable. If random variable takes an infinite number of value, say x1, x2, x3 and so on up to infinity, so in that case the variance x, that is sigma x square. Now here we have to consider it takes finite value, so sum is running from 1 to n, but here it takes infinite value, so the upper limit is tends to infinite and remaining terms is as it is, that is xj minus mu square into f of xj. Now in that case here we have to assume the random variable takes infinite value, so these are the infinite series, so variance is exists provided this series is convergent. So right now up to this stage we have to talk about discrete random variable. Now it's a finite value and infinite value. Now next we have to talk about if capital X is a continuous random variable having density function f of x. So in that case variance is given by sigma x square is equal to e of x minus mu whole square. These are nothing variance, that is how its value deviate from mean. So it's just like this. We have to write down from this graph how the value is deviate from mean. So is written as expectation x minus mu square. And now this equivalent to integral over minus infinite to infinite x minus mu whole square into fx into dx. Now this second term is nothing, just is a definition of expectation. When capital X is a continuous random variable, so in that case the definition of expectation e of x is equivalent integral over negative to infinite x into fx into dx, but in place of x it takes the value of this small bracket as it is. So again it's an improper integral and is contains negative infinite to positive infinite, that is negative x-axis as well as positive axis. So we have to say that the variance is exists provided the integral is converges. So these are the variance. Now what is standard deviation? So just see the remarks. The variance is nothing, just is a positive. So when we have to consider the positive square root of variance, and positive square root of variance is nothing, is known as the standard deviation. So standard deviation is represented as say sigma x, because we have to take a square root, so square is cancelled out, so is sigma x, and whatever value we have to get, that is square root of variance of x. Yeah, simply we have to say left this suffix, so sigma. So standard deviation is nothing, just is a positive square root of variance. Now see one property. Now this property is very much helpful when we have to calculate variance. So variance, that is sigma x square, yeah, just simply sigma square is equal to nothing, the expectation e of x minus mu square. C is just a definition. Variance is nothing, e of x minus mu square is equivalent to e of x square. That is we have to write down the variance in terms of the expectation minus e of x whole square. So in another word we have to say that we have to write down the formula of variance in terms of only expectation. So when we have to calculate variance, yeah, standard deviation, this property is too much helpful. So let's see how we can prove it. So we have to start from the left hand side. So left hand side is e of x minus mu whole square is equal to expectation e. Now we have to expand this inner bracket by using the formula a minus b square, that is x square minus twice mu capital X plus mu square. Now we know that the expectation is a linear operator, that is e of x plus y is equivalent to e of x plus e of y. So by using that property we have to write down e of x square first term minus twice mu into e of x. We have to write down twice mu is outside because it is a constant, and we know that expectation satisfy one more property, say e of c of x is equivalent to c is outside into e of x. So we have to use that property to write down this middle term and e of mu square, but here mu square is a constant, so we have to take outside, and e of 1, that is 1. So e of x square is as it is. Now e of x, that is mathematical expectation. So we know that these are the symbol of expectation, and mu is also symbol of expectation. As per our convenience we have to use any one of the notation, either u of x or mu, both are same, is a notation of expectation. So we have to replace u of x by mu. So mu into mu, so mu square. So middle term is converted to 2 mu u square plus mu square. So by solving this last two term, we have to get negative of mu square. So first term is as it is, e of x square minus mu. Again use this property, but mu is u of x, that is u of x whole square. So we have to write down the formula of variance, that is e of x minus mu whole square equal to e of x square minus e of x whole square. So we have to say that the variance is equivalent, is written in terms of expectation only. So let's see the first example. Say find the variance and standard deviation of the random variable x which has the following distribution. Now the first row is represent the discrete random variable x. Now x1 is 1, x2 is 2, x3 is 3, and so on, x6 is 6. And the second row represents the probability distribution, that is p of x is equal to x. So we have to say that f of x1 is 36, p of x1 is 1 upon 36, p of x2 is 3 upon 36. Similarly, p of x6, that is 11 upon 36. We are interested to find out the variance and the standard deviation. So let's start the solution. To find the variance, we first of all calculate the mean. So first of all we have to write down the definition of mean. Mean, average, expectation. U of x is nothing summation of x into p of x. Remember, these are nothing, it's just a definition of expectation, that is mean. Now is a discrete random variable because it takes finite value, only 6 value, x1, x2, x3 up to s6. So we have to expand this summation. So x1 is 1 into p of x1, that is 1 by 36, plus x2 is 2, p of x2 3 by 36, plus x3 is 3, p of x3 is 5 by 36, and so on. X6 is 6 plus p of x is, that is 11 by 36. So by simplifying this equation, we have to get 161 divided by 36, and further simplification leads the expectation is 4.47. So we have to find out the expectation, that is mean is 4.47. But here in this example we are interested to calculate variance, but first we have to calculate mean, because when we have to calculate variance we have to require the value of mean. So variance is equivalent e of x minus mu square. Remember, these are nothing but is just a definition of variance. And now we have to see one of the property, variance is equivalent to e of x square minus e of x whole square. That is, we have to use the property variance is in terms of expectation. So by using this property we have to write down variance is equal to this. Now is equal to, now next the first term is e of x square. So we have to apply the definition of expectation. We know that e of x, that is sum of x into p of x, but in place of x these are x square. So we have to write down sum of x square into p of x. So e of x square is equivalent to this term, and these are nothing, just is a definition of expectation, minus e of x square as it is. So second term is as it is by definition. So is equivalent. Now remember, when we have to calculate mean, we have to find out sum of x into px, and right now to find out This term we have to find out sum of x square into p of x. So x square, that is x1 square. So 1 square, so we have to write down 1 square into p of x1, that is 1 by 36. Now these are the summations. So plus x2 square, that is 2 square, and its frequency is 3 by 36. So 2 square 3 by 36 plus x3 square, so 3 square, its frequency is 5 by 36, and so on. X6f, and its frequency is 11 by 36 minus EU of x square, but EU of x is nothing, it's just expectation. So it's 4.47. So 4.47 square. By simplifying this first six term, we have to get 791 divided by 36 minus square of this expectation is 19.98, and simplifying this we have to get the variance is equal to 1.99. Also we are interested to find out the standard deviation, but we know that the standard deviation is nothing, is just a positive square root of the variance, and variance is 1.99, and the square root of 1.99, that is 1.41. So these are the standard deviation. Remember, standard deviation is just a positive square root of variance. Let's see one more example. Say find the variance and standard deviation of random variable x whose density function is given by fx is equal to x by 2 when x lies between 0 and 2, and density function takes the value 0 in rest of this interval. Again here we are interested to find out variance. So to find out the variance, we first calculate the expectation, that is u of x. The previous example we have to calculate the variance and standard deviation for discrete random variable, and now in this example we have to calculate variance and standard deviation for continuous random variable. So for continuous random variable, the definition of expectation is in terms of integral. So is integral over minus infinite to infinite x into fx dx. So this red highlighted equation is nothing, is just a definition of expectation when capital X is a continuous random variable. But our density function is non-zero on this interval 0 to 2. So we have to convert the appropriate boundary. Integral over 0 to 2, x is as it is, and fx is x by 2 into dx. So is equivalent integral over 0 to 2 x into x, so x square by 2 dx. So is a simple integration with respect to x. So its integration x cube by 6, boundary is 0 to 2. So by plugging the upper limit minus lower limit, we have to get the expectation Ex is 4 by 3. So now expectation is 4 by 3. Now next we have to calculate the variance. So variance either denoted by variance of x, is also written as sigma square, and its definition is E of x minus mu square. So this red highlighted equation is nothing, just is a definition of variance. So is equal to E of x minus mu, that is mean expectation, that is 4 by 3. So we have to plug in the value of expectation 4 by 3 square, and according to the definition of expectation is integral over minus infinite to infinite x, but in place of x there are this inner bracket, so x minus 4 by 3 whole square fx dx. So remember, this term is nothing, it's just a definition of expectation, because we know that E of x is equal to integral over minus infinite to infinite x into fx into dx. So these are x, so we have to write down x here. So it's just a definition. Again, as per our boundary defined in the definition, density function takes non-zero value in the interval 0 to 2. So this integral boundary is replace integral over 0 to 2 x minus 4 by 3 whole square. Now fx is x by 2, x by 2 into dx. So by solving this simple single integration with respect to x, we have to get the value of the integral is 2 by 9 and is nothing but is variance of x. So variance is 2 by 9. And at the last, we have to calculate the standard deviation. Standard deviation is denoted by sigma. Yeah, is a positive square root of the variance. So when we have to take square root, so this square is cancelled out. So square root of sigma square, that is sigma. Yeah, is also denoted by this notation. Is equal to square root of this variance. Variance is 2 by 9. So is equal to square root of 2 upon 3. So thank you so much for paying your attention.